Her kitchen is where the magic is made.
Hi there, welcome to my channel or welcome back. I'm Holly, your friendly neighborhood carnivore, and I'm so happy you could join me today. So we are still in the month of October, and I thought it was time for a creepier kind of food to share with you guys today. This is something I love to make to take to like a Halloween themed costume parties and stuff like that when you're really trying to have more of a creep out factor with the food. So what's creepier than chicken feet? Now these things are really inexpensive, but is that not just the weirdest thing to be cooking up to eat? I like to cook them where they are nice and crunchy, but they have to be pressure cooked first so that the bones get really, really soft enough where you can eat them. These are great to add into the pot when you're making chicken bone broth. There is a lot of collagen in these, and because of that, you get a really interesting texture when you go to eat these. So when we get them cooked and I do the taste test, I'm gonna show y'all what the texture's like. So to explain, there's two ways I like to serve this. If you are going to a party with adults that aren't going to be quite so squeamish, you can straight up just cook the chicken feet and bring them just as they are. And I think it's kind of funny to call them chicken fingers because, you know, obviously chickens don't have fingers, but when you order chicken fingers at a restaurant, you're just, you know, getting a strip of chicken. Whereas this is more like little fingers, or you could, you know, have a little sign saying chicken fingers and cross it out and saying chicken toes. Things like that I think are hilarious. I'm a sucker for a good pun. So if I'm serving this for kids, if I'm taking it to a kids party, I will typically serve this with chicken wings too, because kids love chicken wings and they're not always going to turn their nose up at that. So if you mix some chicken feet in with your chicken wings, you can kind of call it like witchy wings because it looks like something a witch would have when she's cooking up a potion or whatever. So just a fun way to be able to throw this in the mix to serve. So we've got a little bit of prep work to do. And it's pretty easy to cook these. Honestly, you're going to be using a pressure cooker and an air fryer. Don't forget to check out the description for the full recipe, and I also include links to anything that I might have used that would make your life a little bit easier in the kitchen. So any kind of appliances or special ingredients that I use, I like to go ahead and leave a link in the description so that it makes it a little bit easier for you guys to track that stuff down if you're looking for it. I'm going to show you how we're going to get these prepped, and then we're going to get them cooking. And I can't wait to show you guys how they turn out. Let's get started. This is the worst part of the prep process. You'll notice that these feet still have the toenails on them. These are not going to soften up and you're not going to want to eat them at all. So the best way to take care of this is to chop the ends of the toes right off with the nail and everything. The easiest way to do this is to use some good kitchen scissors, or I have this little knife and cutting board scissor thing. I'll have it linked in the description if you're curious about it. Just clip off the ends to throw away. Toss your chicken feet into the pressure cooker pot. Add about a half a cup of water and then a pinch of salt. Now it's time to pressure cook. You're going to set your cooker on high for a minimum of 45 minutes. It's fine to use a quick release, but leaving it for a natural release will keep them cooking a bit longer to soften them up a bit more. Keep in mind, if you're making bone broth and tossing these in there, just cook it for the same amount of time that you would do regular bone broth. Once these are done, you need to strain the liquid from the chicken feet. I'm going to save this liquid in the freezer, and next time I make bone broth, I'm going to add this back into the mix. When I air fry the chicken feet, I don't like to use the air fryer basket. I put them directly in the bottom of the pot. If you do not have this option, there are two things you can do. One is if you have an oven-safe bowl that will fit about the size of your air fryer basket, you can use that to place the feet directly in. You should have the similar result to how I'm doing mine. If that's not an option for you, you can take the chicken feet, you're going to coat them in the fat that we're going to be using, and then just put them directly in the air fryer basket. They should still come out fine. I just like them to cook sitting in the fat. I'm opting for ghee here as my fat, but you can use any type of fat that you like. You could use tallow, chicken schmaltz, lard. It's completely up to you. I'm melting my ghee directly in the bottom of the pot, and then I'm going to add my chicken feet and stir them up so that they get coated in the fat. Space them out as best you can so that they're not touching each other, and then go ahead and season them with some seasoned salt. This Redmond organic seasoned salt is my absolute favorite seasoning. All right, time to pop this bad boy in the air fryer. We're gonna set it to 390 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm starting at 20 minutes, but I end up adding more time for a total of 25 minutes. About halfway through, you're going to open it up and give them a good stir. Because they are so filled with collagen, they will stick a bit, so you will have to kind of separate them from the bottom of the pot, or if they were touching, you might have to pull them apart. Space them out again before continuing to cook. You can see here, these definitely were sticking to the bottom, but they're almost done. I just want to put them in a little longer so they get a little bit crispier. 5 more minutes will do it. And that's all there is to it. Now you've got some beautifully crisp chicken feet to munch on or gross someone else out with. Okay, we did it. We've cooked up our chicken feet. Let me show you what these things look like. Seeing it on this wooden board, I'm thinking, wouldn't this be fun to sprinkle onto a charcuterie board for a Halloween party? That would be really cool. Okay, so these are creepy looking. Let me find a good one. Okay, we've got, here's the top of it. This is the really bony part. And then underneath, you've got the squishy little pad right there. So eating these, this is the thing. You've got your little toes here, and this is probably what's going to gross most people out. You pull off the individual pieces, and they have collagen in them, but the bones are also soft enough from pressure cooking that you can eat the whole thing. So that first bite is a bit gummy with the crunch because of all the collagen. But you hear that awesome crunch? It is really good. Now, once you peel off, now you can see that collagen kind of hanging down there. Once you peel these apart and eat them, you're working your way to the paw. So you just have this bit left. Now, sometimes if you cook these long enough, usually I'm gonna say if you cooked them when you were making bone broth and got them really, really soft, you can eat this entire thing. Mine's probably not soft enough for that right now. So we're gonna be working on getting the collagen-rich part off here. Okay. And I still have some crunchies I can work on, but that opens up where you can see the bone that's in there. I'm gonna try it and see if it's soft enough. It's softer. Some of them might be soft enough to eat it, but that one's not. So this is what we have left, just this one little piece left. And that's all there is to it. Now, a lot of people lately have been asking me, what do these taste like? And so that is going to be the thing to try to explain to you guys. It does taste chickeny. If you enjoy chicken skins, crispy chicken skins, you're probably really going to like this. But it doesn't have the chicken meat texture that you get. You don't get the meaty texture you get with regular chicken. It is really nice and crispy. And then it's got that kind of almost like soft, almost gummy texture with all of the collagen. But again, I know that doesn't sound appetizing, but think of that in the context of eating crispy chicken skins. You still have some of that soft skin on there sometimes. So that's really what you're going for here. Now, I will tell you, strangely, the little toes, the really crispy parts of them, when I eat these, the thing it reminds me of is corn nuts. I know that sounds really crazy, but with the seasoning salt on these, it brings me back to a time when, you know, I would be on a road trip with my family when I was a kid, and I'd pick up some corn chips from the gas station while we were, you know, at a rest stop. And that's what I would munch on in the car. I loved like something hard to crunch on. And that's what this reminds me of. Yeah, it very much reminds me of the corn nuts with how crispy they were. And the flavor is, you know, fairly similar because you're just having something really salty, but it's got that good chickeny flavor to it. And I know that this is a whole lot better for me than those corn nuts were. So go get you guys some chicken feet. I'm telling you, they are not expensive at all. I know this looks insane, but go get some chicken feet. Make you some Halloween treats to share and bring a little bit of creepiness to the meal around this time of year. I hope you guys enjoyed this really weird food that I shared with you today, and I hope y'all will try it. Don't be scared. It's kind of fun to branch out and test out new things. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you give me a like, and don't forget to subscribe so you know what we'll be cooking up in the kitchen next time. Don't forget to leave me a comment. I love to chit chat with you guys in the comments, and I also love to chit chat with you guys over on X and on Instagram. You can find me on X at Carnivore Friend, and you can find me on Instagram at Friendly Neighborhood Carnivore. If you guys don't feel like chatting over there, feel free to just creep around and see what I'm eating every day, because I do post what I eat every day as a 3-year carnivore, and I look forward to seeing you guys over there. Until next time, I'm gonna go eat my creepy little chicken feet. Bye.
She's the friendly neighborhood carnivore with a talent for cooking up a meaty uproar. From juicy steaks to sizzling ribs galore, she'll have you coming back for more. Fellas, smash that like button. She's the carnivore cooking queen. On your screen, bringing the meaty scene. Come on over and join the team for a culinary dream.